Hey, welcome back again. All right, so welcome back, and I thought I will again resume the live trade. I got some time to do my breakfast and then get ready for the rest of the day. So that's the reason I'm back. And all right, so let me see what's happening. So we had a one massive drop here, right? So let's go back to this place. So this is the place. I mean, it in fact took resistance at about this is the CPR somewhere in the bottom side. Hey, Prabhu, good morning. And then obviously when this is at about 10:40, that's where I closed the trade. I closed the live stream, the previous one. So we were the peak. It went to 2.5 lakhs losses here, and then definitely there was some recovery right now. So after that I have exited some PE positions. I started adding a lot of CE, and that definitely saved the day for today. So these are all the current positions. And when I was leaving the live trade, the previous one, we were in the losses of about probably about 1 lakh, I think. That's what I remembered. So right now the 1 lakh got recovered. So technically 4 lakhs got back. And again, the trade was very simple, right? So I was keep on adding a lot more trades on 23,500 CE, and then this, in fact, I did not exit completely. I started adding after exiting the previous trade. So as you can see here, right? So 1125 was my last trade. 1125 was my last trade, which was probably 15 minutes ago. Let me add time here. Without time, are you guys able to hear me? Can one of you say yes? All right. So can you say yes if you're able to hear my voice? Everything is all right. Okay, I would assume it is all right. So yeah, I think those are all the trades. And going back to Angel, so what I did earlier, we have exited the 25, and then I have added. I mean, I did enter this 25,100 right earlier. So they start giving money right now. So I would exit. Obviously, this I would expect. I would expect this is going to be expiring worthless. So I will exit this, and then definitely this cool down quite a bit. So I will stay on this trade for now. This is the positional one. But I think the more importantly, this is the important trade, right? So I think if you're part of the previous trade, we were definitely reeling rather at the loss of about 1 lakh, and pretty much most of the losses were recovered. And I also started entering, building some more positions at 25,150 PE, which in fact I think paying some money here. But I think if everything goes well, this would give almost like 6.44, which was pretty similar to what we saw earlier. Just that I think one little, there was, as I said, there was some impact here, right? So this impact, max, it went to, as I said, 2.5 lakhs, and it kind of recovered right now. So still I'm very careful about these lines, right? So I know I again got back to black screen because white I feel very difficult to follow, or at least my brain doesn't work when I see white screen. So I think this is still a crucial level, the 50 MA. It has to really cross to give any other bullish thing, but otherwise bottom side, definitely this would act like a resistance. And again, if it crosses 200 also, that is going to be definitely a bullish confirmation. So that's the reason I'm not adding any CE positions out there. And here also, I think it's 15 minutes candle. It's pretty much between these two. And my view, I think anything, if it breaks this or this, there's going to be definitely either if it breaks this down movement, if it breaks this, it's going to be an up movement. But if as far as it stays between these two, there is nothing that I need to be worried. So I think that's the quick trade for now. And there is nothing else I think I need to do. And Sensex obviously started giving some money. Let's look at Sensex is about 41. This is a low maintenance trade. There is nothing that I need to do. I just need to wait for the time decay to happen. But obviously this trade I need to do some bit of a maintenance, right? So and I'm not planning to really go to 258 right now. So let me look at the open interest also. Open interest, apparently this got a massive resistance. I can still give it a try, but then the only challenge is this is the immediate one. This is actually at the money right now. So I would not be very eager to take that trade. But then I'm actually thinking while I'm on the online. So I might probably take one trade 25200 and then 25200 and 252 This is CE, this is PE. And then I will take immediate hedges. I think I will do that as an MIS right now. So let me do that straight away. I'm actually using trade flow, so you can't see that what I'm trying to enter. Just give me a couple of minutes. So obviously, this is not a trade I would expect enough to take because it's going to be very risky one, but I'll still take it. So it's basically I will do 25200 C and then 25150 P and okay, before that I will actually do hedges and then come back to this trade. All right, so these are all the MIS trades, right? So you can't see here very well, so but let me go back to this one. Sorry, positions only. So this is the trade that I took, and this is absolutely zero maintenance trade. And if this doesn't go well, I'm going to lose about 55,000, and if it goes well, I'm going to get about 34. 1.6 is the 1:1.6 is the reward ratio, so which means that I'll get for 1 rupee to get 1 rupee, I'm going to lose 1.6, but that's all right. And margin is about 18.7 lakhs. I think I'll stay on this trade, and then only adjustment that I will do is in case if I see some movement, right, I'm going to make it as a straddle either side. That is the only adjustment, but I'm going to really stay on this trade. And as I said, the max loss is about 55,000. So I think this is one trade that I took just now. And what I'll do is I will add this to a group. Say 5 MIS. All right. So yeah, as of now, this is about 1.87. I think one more thing that I would do is in case if I can also set the profit alert, right? So in case if the loss is more than, let's say, 10,000, I will make an alert. So I created an alert in case if the loss is more than 10,000, I'll get a WhatsApp message, and then I will probably exit that point of time. I think that's absolutely the trade. Now coming back to our entire trade, right? So thank you, Kunal, much appreciated. I think this is what it is, and there is okay, nothing I should do right now. So all right, let's look at this one again. So I think there is some consolidation is happening. I think this consolidation obviously is going to be quite risky, right? So in case if consolidation continues for some time, there is going to be a sudden down move or up move. So that we need to be very, very careful. And Venkat Krishna, very happy Teachers Day. Thank you so much. So Venkat Krishna, are you from Anantapur? I think I remembered you pinging me sometime back. Did you enter the P again? So yes, Mayank, let me show my trades again. Uh, okay, good. All right, so these are all the trades right now. Probably I'll get rid of the MIS for now, and if we take normal. So PE, the max it went to almost like if you are in the live previous video, right? So it went to almost like 3 lakhs, right? So it kind of cooled down right now. But I did enter some more PE, but then I also moved PE to bit closure to 25150. Some of the positions not fully. So right now, if I do P to C combination, this is 2:3 technically. So that's where I am. And so this one I'm not going to change right now, at least for now. And the reason is, let me see what is the reason. So the reason is 25 250 is about 12 rupees. I think I can probably move there. Maybe I'll move. The adjustment part I did not get. I mean, what type of adjustment? Your order book for some days to have idea. Manas from Orissa. So I'm actually doing moving this position now. So because this already gave about 2 lakhs, right? So I'm going to move this position to 25 250, which is about 1160. All right, done. This is done. So I'm going to stay on this trade for some time, and I am also putting some stop loss. I had put 16 as a stop loss, and then I'm going to exit. If it meets 1/4 of the quantity, I'm not going to exit everything. The reason is I also have a uh, counter position, right? So this is the trade that I did just now. 20. Where is this? I think this MIS is confusing. All right. So this is the trade that I did just now. 25,250. And for 16 I had put a stop loss, and again I just want to warn you, right? So do not copy these trades because what goes in my mind you'll not be able to understand. This is just to show how the adjustments and other things can be done. But if you're trying to do no need to copy these, right? So you come up with your own strategy and then do it. That's important. So I mean the counter is definitely there is a PE here, right? So in case if obviously goes up, I'm going to make some money here. But then I had put a stop loss of about 14 here, so that's the main thing. And um, so Manas, I think the if you see the order book, you'll not be able to understand much. That's the very reason I'm doing the live trade. At least again, I'm not expecting you to watch this live trade for long, lifelong, right? So probably watch 3 4 days and 4 5 5 6 days, right? And when you get the doubt on anything, ask me. I will try to tell you. But then at the end of the day, you need to build your own strategy to understand how these things are done, right? So that's very important. Shifting to two. Yeah, that's one reason, because it's kind of single digit, right? So and this is about 11.6 I entered. So right now it started giving money at least. And also I have the reason I did this is I also have this PE position that in case if market reverses, I will be able to really tackle that. That's the main reason. um, and also this is right now it is 2:3. That is also one more. Probably I'll make it as I'll add at least a few more quantities here. Okay, I think looks like I'm done with the margin. So I will get some margin by buying a immediate hedges, close hedges there. All right, 1 second. think one PE left. 1 second. Right. Okay. All right. So what's happening? So what I did, I'll take the questions. Just give me 1 second. Right. So I'm at now 25 to 50 CE, and then I'm also at 25 150 PE. And if I add these two, this is 11 plus 3, which is 13, and this is 3, which is probably I should add some more positions here, because it's at least I want to stay close to 3. That's the main plan. So right now, yeah, 15 plus, the 2 is to 3. And what I'll do is I will try to get some more additional margin by moving this. I will exit this hedge and then come bit closure. So I think, which I did earlier, I have exited one of the hedge and then came a lot more closure. So this hedge I still have, right? So I do not need this anymore. So I will exit this. That is 25,800. I'm going to exit now. 25,800 done. Okay, so this is gone now. Yeah, this is gone now. So this is the hedge right now, and this is the main trade, and these are all MIS. I think MIS are, maybe I'll close MIS because it's even confusing to me. All right. So I'm at 25 150 PE, which is this two. If I add 1500 and 15,000, and this is 30,000. So overall, this is still 1:2 right now, not 2:3. Like, yeah, 1:2. That's right, double to this one, right? So that's where I am. And then right now I'm at 25 to 50 CE. The reason, I think one of you asked, right? So the reason was, if I go to open interest, again, open interest, you can't trust 100%. So this is a pretty strong pillar right here. So if you look at call, it's almost like 3.47 crores, which is a quite a massive support there. So that's the reason. So this is where I am right now. So this is where I am. So this still will protect me. I'm not planning to come to this one at any point of time right now. So because I want to be a little bit more safer. And then coming back to PE, let's go back to PE. PE, I'm at 25 150. If I again go back to the open interest, right? So where is open interest? Yeah, all right. So 150. So I'm here, very close to the ATM, but that's all right. So I will be able to manage that. So there I had put a stop loss about 24, which is a trailing stop loss. So currently it is trading at about 19. So 24 I had put, and in case if it, and again, this is not a big quantity, right? So compared to this one, this is very small quantity. So I'm okay to exit this with losses. So obviously when it falls, I'm going to make money on the CE, but I'm going to lose money on the PE. That's what it is. So let me now take the question. So do adjustments on the basis of no, it's not pre-action, because I can't predict the market, right? It's obviously after the post, once the price moves. And let me shifting to, yeah, that's absolutely all right. I think that I did answer that. And I replaced any stop loss for, yeah, 250 100 PE. I did not put any stop loss. The reason was, this is a barrier between these two, right? So there is a 250 CE, there is a 100 PE. Now this is the middle of these two. So I had put only stop loss for this. I did not put stop loss for this because this is also small quantity. If I exit this, I'm not going to lose much, right? So now let's see if it goes from 22 to 24. So that is 4 multiplied by 45, which is about 30,000. I'm going to lose here, but that's all right. But I'm going to protect. I'm going to gain money here. I'm also going to protect this one with unnecessary SL exits. That's the main reason. Okay, let's. I use tradeflow.in. If you want, I can show that. I did show that yesterday, but have a look at it. It's called, you can go to tradeflow.in and you will get that. How much margin is for intraday trading. I did cover that in multiple videos. And how do you calculate SL, how much to keep, and you trail. Yeah, I do trail SL, Mayank, definitely. And maybe X-Man. What I'll do is I will show you this one, right? This trade, you will get some idea. So this particular one, I used a margin of about 3.1 CR. So still there is some margin left. And Sensex, I think probably I used about 78. I think that's what I remember. I think it's 1.1 CR. I think this, I think I'm going to stay here. I'm not planning to make any changes. Probably I can do just one move and then say, but before that, I'll have to look at the Sensex as a, let me look at the Sensex. I think I can probably move to 83,000 for now, and I'll see how it goes. And I still have plenty of time for Sensex. So Sensex, I will exit the current position and then move a little bit closer. So Sensex, what I'll do is I'll move this 83,300 CE to 83,000. So that's the thinking right now. Let me do that. Okay, I'll move to 83,100 for now. All right, so I moved to 83,100. I'll stay here. This is the hedge, obviously. So I'm going to move this hedge also a little later, but right now I'm okay because you still got some more time till tomorrow. So I think from the Sensex perspective, I think this MIS trade started giving some money. Let's go back to group. So this gave about 5,000. I think this is, we just took a trade probably few minutes ago. I think that's, when did we take these trades? Give me a few seconds. Yes. Yeah, we took it about 11:37. Right now, 11:52. I think for about 20 minutes, I think, or even less than 20 minutes, right? So gave some good money. Okay, all right. I think there is definitely some kind of a time decay here. So I'm not planning to move any of these states. And if you join a bit late into the live stream, so this is basically 1:1.6 is the risk and reward. So risk is 30. So reward is 34,000, but risk is about 55,000. Margin is about 18.63 lakhs, and that's the trade there. All right, so I think yeah, this I think is doing well right now. And if I remove the MIS from here, let me go to Open Builder. 7.4. Yeah, I think this is my main trade right now. This I would say what is a flag poster or whatever, right? So I usually, I mean, whenever it is a heavy loaded, I would not want to move this further, or either this side or this side, unless I get a confirmation. But right now, let's say if the market goes up, this is CE, which obviously is going to get impacted. So what I'll do is, let's say this is the CE, right? So if market moves up, I will move some of these positions to this place, but I'll not touch this for now. And I will take this as a reference point, and then I'll start moving PE positions close to that. I think that's the plan right now. How do you calculate SL? So SL, it's a typical on the fly. So I mean, generally SL, what would happen is you need to go back to the chart and then approximately see, let's say, if this goes up, right? So this is basically from 78 to, for example, 89. So quickly calculate saying that could be, let's say, from the options perspective, that could result into 20% or whatever. So that is the stop loss that you would actually put across. But right now, as I said, I did not put any stop losses except I'll tell you it is, right? So except for the 25150 PE, I had put a stop loss right now at about 19, which is a trailing stop loss, which is in case if the current price of 13 goes down to 12.75 or below that, it's going to reduce the stop loss, but right now 19 is a stop loss, but I do not have any stop loss for any other positions right now. And only one condition that I have right now is this is 1 second. Do you think I should show trade flow to make your life easy? If any of you would like to see that, I can put that, but otherwise that would actually confuse a lot of you, because most of you are not using it, so that's the reason I'm not showing that. But otherwise, if you think that's going to be helpful, happy to show that. 25 to 50. 1 second. Okay, all right. So I think there is at least one person asked for it, so I will show that. So this has to travel from my, I have 4 monitors, so I get confused. 1 second. All right, so yeah, this is trade flow. So so I'm setting one condition here, right? So let me put this here so that you'll not get disturbed. So I'm putting one condition, which is 25 to 50 call, and then yes, actually I should put this one 25 to 50, and then also put is 25 150, and if it is greater than, let's say, 25, I'm going to sell. So what it does is if the combined price of these two, right? So right now this is 23, the combined price of 25 to 50 call and then 25 150 put, which is 23 right now. If it goes above this, above 25, it's going to sell 900 quantity. And I think I have enough hedges, right? So it wouldn't really reject. I'll also, in one more monitor, I'll look at what kind of capital I have, so that I will not. All right. So I think there is enough money to take care of these trades. And what I'll do is I will also, this hedge is kind of little far, right? So now I'm at 25 100. So I can also buy hedges here. This is what 25 500. So 24 500. It's 24. Let's say I can go to 25 also. Let's see. So first, usually, I mean, I do sell a little bit and then see if there is going to impact on the premium. It did, I think. 1 second. Yeah, so there is some impact on the margin. So I'm going to buy more quantity here. I think most of you know, right? So you can't if you exit the hedges before you. I mean, I can't exit this first and then because I need to buy one more hedge and then exit that. Otherwise, I'll get into margin shortfall. So right now I have enough hedges. So it's basically 11 plus 4, 5. Let's say if I take it's 15. So but I have hedges of about 21,600. So I'm going to exit this now. All right, this is done. So this also gave me some additional margin to play around, right? So I'm going to add some more quantity here. So and also see this one, right? So call side is about 2 lakhs and put side is about 1.27. So this is the money that I would get in case the strategy goes well. So put side is a little bit weaker here. So call is a lot more stronger. So I can add some more positions here. Equal. So right now those two are equal. So I will stay on this trade for some time and then see how it goes. All right. So all everything is at a click of a button. But I think the biggest challenge is because it is so easy to trade. I mean, if you're not practiced, you end up doing a lot of mistakes. So that's the only reason. But I have been using this for some time, so I'm pretty comfortable with this using it. But I did make some mistakes sometimes. Usually when there is a sudden spikes and other things, right? So instead of clicking one button, I would do one more button, and then it will get into some margin shortfall and some of those things. But yeah, it's useful tool. So right now I think the only one condition that I have here is this is the one, right? So in case if Probably I'll exit half of the quantity, not full. So in case if it hits 19, I'm going to exit. But I also add one more condition because I'm left with some margin. So this condition is, I think we already have this condition. So I'll keep this here. I can also do one more on the lower side. So let's say 150 and then less than, let's say 20. I'm going to sell. This is basically our favorable thing, right? So when the premiums go down, it's good for us. So that's the reason. So I think, yeah, they charge, I think I said yesterday, they charge about 60,000 per 6 months. I think that's what I remember. This time I paid for an year. So about a lakh, I think, per year. Lakh or 1.2 lakhs, of course. So let's look at this one. September 5 MIS, you have this group, although this is a non-directional with fixed max loss. Now this, the only adjustment that I do is, let me go back to the trade, right? So I did not put any adjustment there, but if I have to do one adjustment, so this is the adjustment that I would do, and I'll also explain what does this mean. So this adjustment is if the, let's say, the price difference between these two more than 14, then the lower leg actually will, let's say, just for the argument's sake, right? Let's say now I had put a price difference about 14. This goes to 20, and then this goes to, let's say, 7, 20. Yeah, this goes to 6, for example. This goes to 20, this goes to 6. Now what would happen is this would exit, and then it'll go and then become 25,200 PE. So that's the change that would automatically be done. So this is the only adjustment that I will put, and vice versa also. And if this becomes 4 and then this becomes, let's say, 4, yeah, this becomes about, no, this becomes 6 and this becomes, let's say, 18 or whatever, the difference is about 14. So that point of time, this comes a little closer, but otherwise I think this will go on to stay here. So this is the condition that I have applied right now. All right, so this is fine. So we also have Sensex to take care. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to do this one, I do not encourage you to do more than one trade because it would be awesomely confusing. You will end up doing a lot of mistakes. So that's the reason. So just do one. So this is Sensex. There is nothing that we need to do, and it is slow process anyway. Let it run. And so right now I would be only be interested in 2 trades, right? So one is NIFTY. By the way, whatever you are seeing is actually connected to virtual machine on Azure, if you are familiar with the technology. Okay, so I always keep this on my left side, which is the main trade, which I do not want to lose. And this, okay, this I'm okay to lose. So 50,000 here and there doesn't hurt us. So this, I just need to see the number, nothing else. So I will keep this way, but this one is the main trade, right? So this we need to operate quite a bit. All right. Maybe I do not need this also. I'll just do this. Okay, so let's look at trades again, right? So right now 25250 CE, and it's going up. That's fine. That's the reason is there is a green candle. I do not have any stop losses right now, and I also have some things here. So right now, what is happening? There is imbalance here. So earlier, if you remember, we started with 2 lakhs here, 2 lakhs here, but then this is going up, this is going down, and this is obviously getting into losses, I think. Let's wait for some time and then see how it goes. So right now, I can actually add some more trades here. So this is hedge, by the way. So you can add some trades and then see. So I still have the stop loss here, but I do not have any stop loss on the top right now. But I believe I should put definitely some stop loss, but let's put it 16 and I will put 1/4 right now. All right, so there's a trailing stop loss. So now there is no tension. So I can just keep watching, and then even something goes wrong, I'm absolutely okay. So there is also one more good condition on top, right? It would actually wait for 3 occurrences to happen. This is the wait. So I mean, there are a lot of conditions here, so that's the reason I usually do not want to show the straight flow, because you will get probably confused. So let me look at my one more screen and then see what is happening. So on the CE side, I'm in profit about 50,000, I think 47, 42. It's changing every second. And on the PE side, 25150 PE, there is a profit about 54. And then the 25150 PE, it's negative, but that's all right, 5,000 negative. So not very massive impact. All right, so this is going down. Why it is going down? Let me just check. I think this probably, one second, what is happening? 93. Okay, so Nifty just crossed that 50 MA on the 5-minute chart. So that's the reason I'm looking at other place. So, okay, interesting. But this premium should not change. That's right. So that's yeah, you'll be able to get used to it. I think most of us know how to use software, so not a big deal. Okay, let me go back to my other screen. So I think it is also important to look at the chart once. So this is the, one second. I need to move back this to my other terminal, otherwise I will lose money. One second. I lost that screen on the transit, so I need to get back to my main monitor. Just give me. Right. And then I need to open. Share screen, enter screen, this one, all right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think this is, as I said earlier, right? So if it goes above this, uh, we have to be careful and so for this trade right now, I think let's go back to MIS. What MIS I think is going on well. So MIS as of now used some about 18 lakhs, and positional as of now about 3.5. I think that's where it is. But yeah, we'll have to wait and then see how. Usually right now is about 12. What is time now? 12:09, right? So I think 1 o'clock we need to be careful, and then 2 o'clock we need to be careful, and then 2:30. After 2 o'clock, every 15 minutes we need to be careful. That's the only challenge. I think overall it's okay. So right now about 4.1. So thank you. I just did that. So otherwise the trade flow looks quite boring. It doesn't have any things to do there. All right. So, okay, let me look at the chart now, what is happening, and then see. Yeah, I think this, my view is a critical, these two are very critical. So let's keep an eye on these two charts. And it is also coming with closure, right? Which means that the movement has been subsidized. This actually shows that it's basically the volatility might get subsidized. So that is a good indication. We'll see. This looks like some bird to me. Is it not right? Enough you're able to see any shape here, some bird shape. I think probably I'll keep the chart only open because on other screen I'm monitoring anyway my trade. So all right. So any other questions from any of you? So Sharik Irfan, so TradeFlow got a YouTube channel actually. So they do have quite a bit of a videos. Um, so you can actually see that. What is your capital? Sir, I had shown in the video directly. Please do watch it. All right, then I think there is nothing happening unless this breaks. We can't do anything. Until that breaks, I'm not planning to do any adjustments. And I had put only two conditions right now. The combined premium of 25,250 and 25,150. If it is greater than 25, then I'm going to sell 900 quantity. And if it is less than 220, I'm going to sell 1,800 quantity. So those are all the two conditions that I have. And yeah, so stop loss I had put 25,250 at about 15 rupees and 25,150 at about, again, same 15 rupees. But CA is 1/4 exit and then PE is off exit. So those are the conditions that I had put. So maybe I'll change this to 16. 17 I had put, that's all. Only medium size traders, only good for high traders. So all right. So I think trade flow, what happens is if you make some money on the FNO, you can actually, when you're filing the taxes, you can claim against that. So you will not lose money. But that's all it again. It's up to you. It's I do not get any money. I mean, trade flow founder is Amit, right? So I do speak to him regularly. I do not get any money from Amit for showing the tool. Just because I like the tool. That's all. Actually, I do not get money from anyone. Only from trading. All right. Any other questions, folks? I think I answered this. So this is a crucial level now, which is 50 MA. I think that's important level. Now I do not have any liquid base. Usually, in case if I make any profits on, let's say, options, I do try to move them to mutual funds or I do buy stocks as well. So that's all I do. I do not put into liquid base, neither cash. All right. So this actually, a fresh candle has broken this, right? So now we can definitely see there could be some up move, and let's go back to the 15 minutes. So we need to be a bit careful here. So this means that it's going to really this is going to be a little bit tricky now. Once it crosses this, we do not know what's going to happen. So CE price right now is about 10.2, and I'm still in okay shape here. So my sold price was 11.6, and this is a 10. So as I said, I had put a stop loss at about 17. In fact, I'll probably reduce it to 14 now. That is just because, let's again go back to the chart. All right, so let's wait here and then see if it, in case if this actually becomes a stronger green candle above this line, then we need to be a bit cautious. That's all. Otherwise, I think it's okay. Okay. Still learning. Selling today's session will be helpful, and I feel like closing will be 25 to 50 or 25 to 10. Okay, let's see. I do not know. None of us know actually. Okay, this is a Sharik Irfan. Sir, what is the ideal capital one should need to bring in order to enter? Option selling, I always suggest the minimum capital should be at least 25 lakhs. And also when you have 25 lakhs, you only enter with 12 lakhs, and then the remaining 12 you need to keep for adjustments, and you start building the positions for the period of time. So that's okay. So Anjirada, we need to maintain 50% cash. Yeah, I think that's true. So you need to maintain that 50% cash. But let's say if you do not have the 50% cash, nothing to worry. You'll have to pay interest. That's all. So that interest is very minuscule, right? So it's about 12.75% for a year. If you do one day night, it's going to be 0.17%, something like that. So it's not very big interest. So you're going to lose. And sometimes I do take the overnight trades if I'm very confident, and most of the times you do it gives a good returns overnight trades, at least from the um, time decay perspective. So best thing about option selling is we don't need to try and predict the you are absolutely right. It's basically a probability model, Kunal. So I'm sure all of us, if you're an engineer, you would have studied probability model in the childhood, right? So I typically follow same thing, probability model. There's nothing else. um, didn't get you trading with the cash and trading account, isn't? No, I never said that. So you can always trade with cash if you wish to. There is nothing wrong in it. Just that I do not trade with cash. The reason is I also would get, while I'm trading, stocks also would gain some money, right? So that's where you will get the benefits of stocks appreciation. And also for me, options is more of a bonus. If I get money, I feel happy. If I don't get money also, I'm okay. I'm not going to lose anything. So that's the reason options, because it's not a cash, right? It's a technically a margin with zero interest. So yeah, uh, just that I should not get into losses. But even if I get, let's say, zero money in a after trading for 1 month, I'm absolutely okay. I do not lose anything except the time and effort. 15 minutes CMA value, which has taken support. I think, yeah, it did not take support. Actually, it took a bit of a resistance. Let's see how to make a market view. How to make a market view. Okay, all right. I mean, I do cover that in the market pulse in the morning. Have a look at it, and then Chiranjeevi Reddy. Sir, what is your plan if SEBI remove? That's okay. That's absolutely all right. So we can't really control external things. Right? I'm not much worried. White color is 200 actually, not 50. 50 is this one, gold color. So this I had put mainly when I do golden crossover, right? So for the stocks, these two are quite useful, and then this is technically gold color, so that's why it is. So, Sir Chiranjeevi Reddy, sir, nothing will happen. I mean, if SEBI removes daily expiry, that's absolutely all right. We can always do other expiries. Yeah, white color, as I said, it's a 200 actually. How to make a market view? I suggest to watch the market pulse. I daily do at 8:30 a.m. Just I do some research in the morning, and I usually wake up at about 4:35. So I spend some time to understand, and I consolidate and put up there. So okay, is there any MTMSL in system? Yes, I do have Mayank, and so SL, as I said, currently, let me go back to position. So I do put in trade flow, so that's the reason you can't see here. So this one I had put an SL of 16, and then yeah, this particular trade, and then this I have put an SL of 13.13. Then in fact a trailing one, so I had put about 16 right now, trail to about 1.3, and then yeah, that's all. Pawn Prabhu, sir, someday you carry forward the trade to next day and sometimes not. Is there any? Yeah, so good observation. So I think if I'm confident that at least when I say confident, right? So let's say if there is some terrorist attack or war or some bomb blast in the night, we can't do help. But if there are no events, I do carry forward at least the planned events. And if I know that something is going to happen, I will not do that. And also depends on the profits or losses that I made. So the combination of those, I do it. What is the best? I do not know, sir. I mean, even if I know, I can't tell in the public forum, because even a private forum, I can't say, because I'm not a SEBI registered person, right? So you'll have to do your own research. Sir, I do everything, Mayank. I do monthly, 1 DT. I'm also quite good with the stocks and other things, but stocks is a bit boring, right? So you just buy and then leave it there. And in fact, I can tell you, last 2 years, my lot of returns came from stocks, not from options. Yeah. What are the best stocks to? I think I already answered, right? So I can't say that in a public forum or even a private forum. I'm not a SEBI registered, so. So generally, you may want to really look at the PCR and then the IV of any stocks, and then usually when IV is very high, the options premiums would be quite high, and then when the PCR is, let's say, very skewed, right? Either it is, let's say, 0.3 or probably 1.2. You get a good sense of bullish or bearish, and depending on that, you can take a call. But it's up to you. You can, in fact, go to sensible. Let's go to screener. If you go to screener, so you actually get to see this IV change, and you can also see PCR. So you pretty much get to see everything here. So currently PCR for Hero Motors is, let's say, 0.26, which actually shows pretty much bearishness. And let's see, even if you take this one, right? And I think you need to understand these words very carefully. So ITM IV is its volatility, and then IV change is the percentage change, right? So this particular thing, Fin Nifty, if you exclude this, take the Titan, the IV change was 1.8, which means that there is quite a bit of volatility there. You also have the IVP, it's a percentile. So this got a highest percentile, right? So you pick up, look at do your own analysis, and then pick up what is the best thing. You can also have IB percent, OI percentage change, and which means that there is a lot of interest on those stocks. But generally, I do not do stocks mainly because, yeah, stock specific thing you need to monitor quite a bit. I personally do not have time to do that. That's all. All right. What is your stock portfolio capital? Okay, all my life savings are there, sir. So whatever I saved for my retirement, it is there. When you do adjustments at what? I think adjustments, I think I did, I mean, that is the very reason of doing this video. If you watch this video again, you will definitely see. Adjustments usually when some of these things are broken, right? Let's say if it goes up or goes down, then we'll have to go on and do some adjustment. But otherwise, within this range, it's absolutely all right for today. So IV changes a internal volatility, and okay, I'll explain this. So you don't buy equity but sell. No, I do buy. As I said, I have a good equity portfolio. In fact, the money that I get from equity portfolio that I use for option selling. Okay, let me explain this one. Can you IV change? Okay, all right. Let me go back to. Okay, before that, I want to see whether what is happening to my trades. I do not want to lose out money while doing a live trade. It would be risky. Okay, all right. I think they're doing good. Not much of a. So what I'll do is just to be cautious, right? I'll put some alerts, and then so that if I'm not putting my eye, I'll still at least be able to monitor. So I have one alert at 25,198. I'll also put one more alert at here. All right. So in case if that gives some sound, we can come back. But until such a time, I think this also is important for you. This is a monthly trade. I think some of you asked, right? So now let me go back to this. Okay, I need to drink some water. It's going. All right. So let me go back to answer Mr. Kunal's question, right? So say IV, right? So if you go here, you can actually read the definition. Illiquid options, especially it doesn't give anything, right? So IV is internal volatility, and maybe you need to understand this one. Probably do this, right? Option pricing formula. Yeah, this is the formula. So I know it's going to be a little theory, and this formula might be a little overwhelming, right? So this person, Black Scholes, right? So they did this, and then they got the this one Nobel Prize for this formula. So but eventually, I think at least whatever I heard, the person actually died before this formula actually implemented, which is a unfortunate thing, but that's all right. So you have multiple things here, right? So there is a call option price, there is a current stock which is underlying, there is a strike price, the price that you are selling or buying. There is a risk-free interest rate in India. It could be, it's basically the FD or the debt fund interest rate, right? So, and then there is a time to maturity. There is a normal distribution. Those are all the different things. And then, in fact, there got to be, one second. Yeah, there is intrinsic value. So this is the IV. There is a formula there, right? So probably read this when you get time. So then you will understand that formula a lot more better. Now, this is the formula, but do not be worried how this formula works, right? So now going back to this one. So IV is a, where is it? IV change, right? IV change basically from we take the, okay, let's look at it. We take the sum of the features. Why? Oh, this is YI change, not IV change. Sorry, my bad. Here you go. Here you have IV change. ATM. So this is basically at the ATM, right? What is IV? And then from the previous day to today, what is the change? So what it means is if the previous day IV was, let's say, 20, now it goes to 21. So it's basically 1 divided by 20, whatever that percentage, that will be here. And also whenever IV changes, the premiums would actually change. So you would actually, if you're an option seller, you would in fact get to instead of 10 rupees for the same spot price and everything, you will probably get into 11 rupees. That way you will be able to make a bit more money. And also when the volumes are higher, which means that a lot of people are showing interest there, right? So some of those indicators you can use. Suppose if you take MFSL, which I do not know what it is, or let's say Laurus Labs, I know. 1 second. Please enable it in the Alexa. Alexa, mute. So you can have a look at it, and then that is IV change. And PCR is very straightforward. PCR is basically put call ratio. This is from the open interest perspective, put versus call. So generally, if it is between let's say below blindly, right, below 1% is seen as bearish, above 1% is seen as bullish. But generally, if you are doing strangles kind of thing, right? So generally 0.8 to 0.8 to 1 is seen as a flattish, not necessarily bull or bear, but anything above 1, it is seen as a bullish thing. But anything above 0.8 is a bearish one. So that's how it is actually calculated. All right, so I hope that is clear. You don't buy equity but sell options in stocks. I think I did answer, Mayank. I do buy stocks, definitely. Can you suggest? I think best source is definitely once you understand the basics, right? You once you understand the basics, all the practice. So I always say it's 1% learning and maybe 99% practice. I think that a lot of people offer these trainings and courses. So my suggestion is to probably join one of them, understand the basics, and or if you do not want to spend money, you can definitely learn from YouTube, understand the basics, and then you can definitely practice more. That's where you would learn. So practicing is more important because concepts, my view, are very easy to learn, not a big deal. 250 CE sell, my stop loss is at about 13 right now, and it's a trailing stop loss. So, and in case that hits, I'm going to exit only 1/4, not full. I think I already covered. Last month, NS has removed some 1,000 stocks from pledging. So how can now? Okay, there is some SL was here. One second. What's happening? Okay, so it's basically not SL. I had put a condition to sell more in case if it goes, the combined premium goes below 20. That's where it have executed some trades. 1 second, but I think okay, all right. Okay, so let's take this question. So last month NSE has removed some 1,000 plus stocks from pledging. So how can we approach now in equity and start selling options through pledge? No, so I still use the pledge money only, right? Not that all the stocks were removed. There are still some stocks they do offer pledge. So you probably buy them, and then obviously I also have mutual funds. So but I suggest, in case if you're a working professional, I suggest you to do mutual fund SIPs. They're quite valuable. So CE premiums are increasing. I do not know. I did not check. Let me see. How did you start option selling, and how did you start your learning journey, sources, and time took for you to start up? So option selling I started in 2020 January, I think, and again I will be very honest, and so I did my IAM course. This is SMP back in 2013. Again, I'm not expecting you to do that course. That gives you some good way to understand what is derivatives and other things, right? But otherwise, you can also learn from YouTube. Not a big deal. I bought some futures in 2014. I made some money, but then eventually I quit. 2020 again I started. So for me, most of my learning came from practice, and also I wanted to let you know from 2020 January I've been trading every day without this. Very good, Prabhu. Nice to know that. Absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's look at the status of the trades now, because we spent some time. So right now, I think the Sensex is doing good. In the previous, we did move this to 83,100 CE. Maybe not becoming greedy, but I will probably move to 83,000. I'll look at the open interest ones and then take that call. So this is 82,500. There is a massive resistance here. So I am planning to move somewhere here. So we have too much of a resistance there, right? So I will move that. So this is basically I'm moving Sensex. This I'm going to move to 83,000. I think I'll stop there. So this is about 700 points away. And the only thing is I will probably carry forward these trades for tomorrow. And then in case if there is a recovery, not recovery, in case if the market goes up, tomorrow I'll start with 83,000 PE straddle and then see with a small quantity. And in fact, I'll add some more quantity. So right now I made it as 5,000 quantity. I think I'll stay here for now, I think. All right. So I think this started giving some money, I think. 5 rupees, and that's all. So not again, this is a small trade, so I just do just for time pass there. Okay, let's go back to again look at Nifty, what is happening. Okay, this is still between these two, right? So as I said, unless it breaks any of those things, I shouldn't be much worried. And also this is a very critical level if you are very familiar with the central pivot range. So this is that indicator. These two are this is very powerful indicator actually. In fact, you see here, right? Yesterday it pretty much started previous CPR. I think there is some virgin CPR or whatever people call, but not able to recollect. These are all act like good resistances, support, and other things. Okay, I think that's all. What is time now? So 12:38. Probably I'll stay for another 5 minutes and then take some rest. So if you have any more questions, you can ask me. I think 12 till 12:45 I will stay. So happy to take any other questions if you have. So let's also look at MIS trade, what is happening. So this gave about 10,000, I think. That's good. All right, so thank you so much, much appreciated. So I personally do, I mean, I did not do any marketing. It just most of the people who are in the YouTube, they came. It's a organic people. When it's organic people, they are the real people. I did not really do any marketing or whatever. So and I did not even tell my close friends that there is a YouTube channel. So I just want to get the real traders. So how do you start building positions in the morning? Okay, so okay, this is good question. So maybe I think you'll see the orders here, right? So let's look at. So these are all the orders, sir. So let's look at the orders. There are punched about 239 orders right now. And then let me go back to Sensex. Okay, this. All right. So you can actually see the history here. I started with Sensex, which is 83,500 CE, and then slowly started building the Nifty PE. while Nifty is falling down. So, and then again PE, and some point of time I had to exit PE because it's coming into losses, and then I also started building the CE positions. That's how it went up. I know it's very difficult for you to understand. Even after some time, if I look at it, it's difficult. And also you get confused with buy and then sell. Right? The reason is I have to exit and then enter again. So it's going to be a little tricky. So right now, time is at about 12:30. So we just did the CE entry at 83,000 CE. I think that's where I'm going to stay here for now. I think this is making some losses, 40 rupees. We sold for 39, I think. Let me go to, okay, they're all rejected. That's fine. I think that's all I did. So you can actually see these orders, right? So, I mean, it doesn't make sense to show me this because it's on the fly. We did a lot of orders. Okay, so what is happening now? So see, obviously this is making some losses. I think, okay, we sold for 37, but right now it is 40. I'm okay on this particular trade. Because we still got one more time to tackle. So no, I very rarely do that. I usually start either CE side or the P side, and then depending on the movement, I start building the same side, or I started building on the other side. But I do not put all the money at the single go, right? I slowly start building the position. So what is the capital? I think I did show that earlier. No, I think, I mean, buyers are also good. So I'm sure they made a lot of money on Tuesday, right? So we should not be much worried. By the way, a lot of these buyers are from actually FIS and then DIS, right? So it's not like a retail traders. Retail traders, they'll come in the day and then go and then move back. So do you have any courses or premium group? I do not have any premium group. This is the only premium group which is on the YouTube right now. All of you are premium members, so enjoy the free live trade. I do not have any courses to offer right now because generally in India, at least in the trading community, offering courses is seen as a negative thing. So right now, I do not have the need to earn money from courses. But not money, but generally, if a lot of people are interested, I can definitely do some workshops or whatever. But it's up to the people, right? So if a lot of people interested to learn something, I can definitely spend time. But I personally believe knowledge gotta be free. I would only charge for the time. So if I'm busy that I can't really spend time, then I would charge. Otherwise, most of my sessions would stay free. I think, yeah, they would have probably made some money, and I will give it a try, sir. Hyderabad, I might. In fact, I just said yesterday, I think you were there yesterday, day before. I will probably come there. I do Anand Tiwari. I do adjustment mainly because of the margin. If you come to closure, you will gain more margin. That's the only reason. So I do agree. I know a lot of people charge money, but right now I'm okay to, as I said, do it for free. Absolutely all right. So I think one thing probably I know I did not say this. I'm also putting my money at the stake, right? So usually trading and then speaking and then sharing knowledge is not very easy. I'm not praising myself, but yeah, it's a risky thing. But I thought, okay, it's an opportunity for us to share to wider audience. So let it be for some time at least, until I have energy and time, and I will be able to do it. Sir, what will be your strategy once? I think that's okay. So as I said, I mean, I was in trading from 2020, right? So there were no zero expiries, and still, I think I did make money those days. It will nothing to worry. How is your view now? So how is my view right now? So my view is only, as I said, I only look at what is present right now. So future we do not know. I think only if this breaks above this, and then a good solid candle above this, I think that would give me a bullish confirmation. So that's what my stand right now. But as I said, I can't really predict what's going to happen at 2:33 p.m. Right? It's almost impossible. But we'll have to take one step at a time. I think most of you who are in the live video in the morning. So I think somewhere at about 10:40, right, I have exited the trades at close to 2.5 lakhs losses. The reason is that point of time, this is actually going quite down. I do not want to take risk. That's part of risk management. But eventually, after 2.5 lakhs losses, we have recovered. I think that's the important one. Any Vivek Sharma, sir, any plans to conduct? Yeah, I think maybe I'll come to Delhi sometime. But if you have some sizable number, I can definitely catch up. And as I said, at least my sessions would stand free, at least this year. I do not want to really charge any money. So I just wanted to genuinely make people not lose money. Whether you gain or money, it's not in my hand. But the reason that I'll also tell you, a lot of people ping me saying that they lost so much money by they took some loan. In fact, yesterday somebody pinged me saying that they took how much loan? They took 36 lakhs loan, and then they pretty much lost everything. The person is actually doing about 83,000 EMI. So I'm fine if people doesn't trade, absolutely all right. But I wanted to really tell the people it's not an easy game. It's a very difficult one. And it's not worth to take a loan and then make money, right? So my first suggestion that I gave to this person is actually saying that right now 10 lakhs or whatever, I want to get into option selling. Absolutely no. First you have to pay back the loan, and then once you get into 25 lakhs capital, that's where you probably get onto this one. So personally, I do not want to lose money. Either you win or not, doesn't matter, but you should not lose money. So the moment money, I think you should. All right. Okay, let's think no course. So I think, yeah, practical experience is always good, which like our engineering, right? Nobody teaches practical, so everybody teaches the theory. Which indicator have you applied in addition to RSI and MACD? So RSI, I do not really look at. Probably I can remove this. I do not use this. So my favorite indicator is actually here. I did not put right now, but I use linear regression quite extensively. This is a 5-minute chart, right? So, and then this is 70%, and it shows closing could be 25,300, but let's see how it goes. And today's Thursday, right? Okay, let me draw this line also here. All right. All right, I think that's where it is. Okay. So Aravindan, sir, I'm from Bangalore, but then my hometown is from Andhra Pradesh, but kind of in Bangalore for more than 2 decades, right? So now it became my home. We have a house also in Bangalore. We kind of settled here. Okay, so there are two trips that I will plan, probably Delhi and then Delhi, Gurgaon, and then Hyderabad. I think maybe I'll plan sometime. down the line. So I'll keep you posted on Twitter. If any of you would keen to organize some meetup, I'm absolutely all right. So I'll save my time. And if you have, let's say 10-15 people, I can definitely travel there. I will not ask you to pay any money. Hotel, everything on me. Anyway, I love traveling, so yeah. Well, in fact, some of us are meeting on this Sunday, but then unfortunately, I initially said that we'll meet about 5 people, but then I got almost like 150, more than 150 requests, I think. So about 10 people were meeting. I'll let you know how it goes. And I know I stayed anonymous, but probably that would be first time I'm going to meet people face to face. It would be, I hope it will be a good experience. Where do you live in Bangalore, Anand? You said that you were not in Bangalore currently. That's what I remember. Ranchi. Is it Ranchi? My memory could be wrong, but or Varanasi, one of those places. Okay, then I think there is no movement is happening. It must be boring for some of you. Okay, this is still here. There is nothing is happening, so it is pretty much boring between the wish I could meet you in Hyderabad right now. I'm watching your live from Texas. Okay. Oh, that's fantastic, sir. 2:30 a.m. Okay, that's great. I know a person who takes 10 lakhs loan and doing swing trading and sell his assets like farming and land and is doing right. Who takes doing swing trading and sell his assets? No, absolutely no. Probably should tell that person not to do that. We should never see stocks is an investment, right? We should never invest after taking loan because it defeats the purpose of investment. You might probably argue a lot of businesses would take loan, right? So the business is that business is very different than the stocks. So stocks is you do not have any control. Let's say if you are running a shop and then if it is going down, maybe we'll instead of opening for 10 hours, we will open for 12 hours with an assumption that probably your customers will increase by another 10-20%, right? You can do more business. But stocks, what you will do? Nothing. You can't, you just need to, if the stock going up, you'll make money. If stock doesn't go up, you will lose money. So that's the problem, right? So I would never ever suggest anybody to take loan, apply for IPO or buy stocks. If you're doing for our own business, that's absolutely all right. So I stay very close to HSR, Anand. I stay in Haraluru. When you shift after decay of, no, I couldn't understand that question. Can you rewrite that question, Mayank? Probably you should use your name because I know your name for sure. So you should change Kabul High to real name. What is meaning of Kabul High? Kabul High means, what is that meaning? Hindi, I know, definitely. That's right, Vivek. So I do pledge stocks to get the derivatives, but you can't do futures. You can't do futures. You can't buy options, but you can sell options. Okay, Kabul High means I agree. Okay, that's nice. Okay, I learned some Hindi. When you shift CEPE after the premium decay. Yeah, I do that, but then this also goes with a bit of a struggle between fear and greed. So we'll have to balance those two, right? So that point of time, I think we'll have to take a call. So right now, I'm going to take one very daring call and then see if it pays off. So this MIS is always Okay, let me go back to, I think I know, I did not check the positions. Okay, right now, okay, Sensex. So right now it's about 5 lakhs. Okay, congratulations to me and to all of you for watching this, and I hope this would sustain. Oh, okay, that's great. Okay, that's fine. That's a good information. See, I'm also learning a lot of people, a lot of cultures, and in case market fell 70% and did not recover up to 20 years, you will hold your portfolio or get out. No, I think, see, we need to be practical, right? So generally, if you look at history of NSE, sorry, Nifty, let's go to, I think this is an important thing, right? So Nifty 50, let's say max. See, it is always upward trend. There is, I mean, obviously COVID time, in fact, my portfolio became half. Again, I do not have a massive portfolio right now, that point of time. But then you need to know here, right? So if somebody has invested here, so from here, 9,000 to right now is almost like 25, which is massive, 3 times or more than 2 times. So 9,000, sorry, let's take it as 8,000. 16, yeah, it's 3 times increase. So if somebody had put, let's say, 1 crore, they would have got almost like 3 crores here. See, generally, this is my view, right? So COVID time, this could be a philosophical thing. But the COVID time, a lot of my friends, they exited the stocks, but I did not. The reason was, see, if the COVID ends the world, that's okay. I mean, once the world ends, we can't do anything, right? All of us would go. But if COVID survives, you will make money. So that's what my thinking, and that actually paid off. In fact, a lot of my friends, they exited here, they never entered back, and when it is going up, they were actually thinking that it's going to come down, but never it happened, and it always was an up move. And I think investing in the markets personally was quite helpful to me. And your scenario would never happen, right? Indian market falls to 70% and 20 years not coming back wouldn't happen. So even if market stays flat, right? So you can always sell some case call options and then make money. That is always there. So that way you will still be richer. So let's go back to our trade, and okay, great stuff. Much appreciated. Now my life is very easy. So check position. So nothing happened, sir. Is there anything that you observe? Okay, all right. So now what I'll do is I will do one last move, hopefully for today, and that move is. So I think, okay, let me go back to groups now. Okay, this is still at 10K. In fact, I had put a stop loss. In fact, I will also, we can also put a P&L stop loss, by the way. Aditya Deshmukh, what is the question? Can you retype that, Aditya? I'm not able to see that. Okay, I did find that. 1 second. How do you estimate closing basis linear regression because different time frames show? Okay, so that's a good question. So this is basically, I follow one blind thing, right? So it's basically, there is a number here, correlation. This is a correlation factor. So 60, so I would usually pick up the highest number. So right now, 5 minutes is 66. 3 minutes is 20. So 3 minutes I can't take. 10 minutes is 50. I can take this. 15 minutes is 71. I can take this. 20 minutes is 19. I can't take that. 30 minutes is 58. I can't take that. 45 minutes is 88. I can take this. So right now I'll stay here. So the lowest, my view would be somewhere here, 25,185, but I'm not expecting it's going to go to 25,346, but let's see how it goes, right? So yeah, so see, Japanese market, I think you need to look at this one, right? The statistics. So Japanese market is a mature market. When I say mature market as a country, it's a developed country. We are still not a developed country. We are still a third world country. And if you go with the statistics, our per capita income or the GDP per head is still like $2,500 or whatever. And there was a calculation, even if you wanted to really get on to double to this one, it's going to be 2075. I think 2075 is too far. So India is a growing market. So there is a lot can happen in India. So if you ask me this question in US or Japan or even any of the developed countries, like any of the European countries, my answer would have been very different. But when you're investing in Indian market, I don't think somebody has to have any fear unless governments screws it up, right? That's a different thing. Yeah, I think some recently I read some article, but yeah, that's absolutely right. So we are very far from per capita GDP, right? So it will take many years to really reach there. So which means that a lot of work needs to be done on the ground. So okay, so 1 second, I think somebody Aravind, right? So check position. So I checked position, so nothing happened. So I think one change that I will make right now. So this is going to be little tricky change. So let me, before making the change, let me do some check on the open interest. So open interest, if I go and check this, so open interest, what is happening? So this is still a great support, 25,200. We are nowhere close to that, right? Our position is 25,200, 25,250. So this is a good support. And also if you look at this, got 4.09 crore volume, so which is a quite massive. But having said that, 150 is also a good thing. So now what I will do is, I have these positions now. So I'm going to move all these positions to 150, and then probably that would be my last trade. Hopefully, let's see. All right, that is done. So now this kind of a very close to equal strangle rather, sorry. And I mean, I can always go back to the straddle, but I do not want to do that. So straddle, in case if I wanted, I will do on this particular trade. So in case if I get tempted, I will do here, but here I will not do. I'll stay here because this got the higher volumes. There could, anything can happen. So now let's go back to our chart, right? So I said that could be my last trade for today, and then see how it goes. And yeah, it's I think it's all right. So about 9 lakhs, I think. Sensex is also doing good, and at one point of time, as some of you saw, this was in losses of about 12,000. Now that got recovered. I think overall that's a good trade, I think. So I will stay on this trade for some time and see how it happens. All right, then I said I will exit at about 12:45, but then I stayed on. So we're also on the live stream for close to 1.5 hours. I will take some rest and keep an eye on these positions and agree, Kunal. I think it's a good recovery. I think you were part of morning trade also, right? We got into close to 2.5 lakh losses, and I think that we recovered quite well. Okay, let's. How far you like to buy hedges? So hedges. So this is 250 points away. This gives us. I mean, it doesn't give us any protection in case if there is an up move. But at least it gives the margin facility. That's important. Okay, let me go to here. So yeah, so hedge here is, where is hedge? Here. So it's 150 points away for PE, and then 250 points away for. Usually the PE if you have more margin, right? If you have more hedges, your margin will increase quite a bit. Uh, so I did this in the morning trade live, Nikhil. If you can do the live stream that in the morning, you got to see that. So I usually do progressive exit. So in case if the market actually goes against me, for example, in this particular scene, right, particular case, this went against me, right? So I did a progressive exit. In fact, you can see that on the live. I actually exited live, and that's where I said I got into 2.5 lakh losses in the morning. So you can see that. Do you stay? Usually yes, but yeah, I mean that this is basically double-edged sword, right? Sometimes you gain money, sometimes you lose money. But I usually tend to stay till last minute. Also, one more thing: if I'm in losses, I usually fight till the last minute, right? So, do you stay till? Yeah, I think I already answered that question. So. That's right. So I did do the live trade that point of time. So I think the first thing is you should not get tensed. I think that's that's the most important thing. A lot of times when you suddenly see 2 lakhs loss, right? A lot of times we get probably our brain will stop working. That shouldn't happen. Then I think slowly you do a staggered exit and then come back to normal. I think that's what should happen. So first thing is you should bring the appetite to not to get into panic. That's all. I think once that is there, everything will be taken care. A lot of times we get into losses because of the fear or the greed, right? So one of those things. So this is in fact hovering. I think this actually my view um, can be there could be some up move or down move either side. So we need to be a bit watchful. That's all. I prefer like to put SL in system of sold stocks as peace of mind. Okay, that's absolutely all right. So I think you should do whatever works for you. That's all. So no strategy is right, right? As far as your strategy is making money, you should do it. If it is not making money, you should not do it. All right, folks. I think I should probably is your account no, it is not corporate, but then I'm actually getting on to corporate account because right now I'm on my own. So I would mostly do that in couple of months, not couple of months, couple of weeks. So I will convert that into corporate. So it will actually at least help me to save some taxes. So actually my ITR3 is getting ready. So after looking at the taxes, I felt you should not do trading. It did not make sense. But anyway, the taxes are part of life, so you can't do much. Okay, folks, I think I will log off now. And my one request is if you like the content and also obviously we're learning something, I would request you to send this channel to your friends. And obviously, if there are more people can learn without spending a lot of money. I think that's definitely great. As I said, my intention of doing this is to not to make the uh, people not to lose money. That's the main intention. I do not have anybody, sir. So market is my teacher. As I said, I have been practicing quite a bit from 2020, and my suggestion is do not follow anybody, right? Including me. You learn something from each one of us, and you build your own strategy. I think you should become your own guru. That's all I can tell you. All right. I think my view, learning ourselves is the most valuable thing. You, as I said, you can learn from others, but then you need to practice and then bring your own thinking. That's what which is very important. So, all right. So, Sharik, I know it's going to be late for you. Good night for you and others. I will have to exit now because it's 1:10, and I will have to take some break, and then I'll not take a nap right now, but then I will take some rest, and then yeah. All right. Have a great remaining day. Bye bye.